I will say it again, unexpected. I saw the title Poor Peacock and I was like, what? Why is there a peacock here? What is the point of it? And well, I get it. This chapter is out for everyone August 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't use coins for FastPass, well, there's a coins event on the Webtoons app as of when this video is published. So, I mean, what are you waiting for? Those coins will expire in a month anyways, so either use them on Purple Hyacinth or another series, but don't let them go to waste. And if you're worried that the wait for the future chapters will be even longer, I mean, you're right, I don't really have a counter to that, but I guess you could watch some of my old Purple Hyacinth videos to kill some time. Anyways, this is your only spoiler warning for the video. My question today is, who is Robin Delaney? I've never heard of that name before. Oh, one thing before I wrap up this intro. Please try to refrain from commenting stuff that you've seen on Sophism's Picardo streams because, well, they're super spoilery, and I try to avoid those streams because I kind of want to see the material for the first time when I read the chapter. And since I didn't make this notice before, it's fine. I didn't really think about those streams, but I will be deleting any comments about those streams from now on. Alright, let's begin. So our authors are using this new outline for far off characters to show kind of depth or how much distance they are relative to other characters. And I think this is kind of similar to when Lauren was chasing Kieran on the rooftop at the beginning of the story. I don't think I love this effect. I think the old effect adds a little more airiness to the scene. This outline seems a little too sharp for me. And I know this isn't new to this chapter. Since we saw it last chapter, I just didn't know how I felt about it when I saw it in chapter 55. The peacock is a logical reason why the sand garden is messed up. Poor Koko getting abused and woman handled by Lauren the ninja. I guess the main justification is that the camellia is where a lot of wealthier customers go to, so to add more exoticness, I mean, there's no real need to make sense of this. I still don't know if Lauren was able to hear any of BellaSake's conversation when Belladonna had Sake at knife point last chapter, but I think Lauren does for sure hear them this time in this chapter, and no lies were surprisingly told. We find out a lot more information. We learn more about the flashback that we saw in chapter 48, which, you know, in retrospect, that's 48 is less than 10 chapters ago. Granted, we had a long break for people that have been following the series for a while, but it's not that long within the story time. So yeah, was Detective Lauren's interrogation of Tim Sake. So Sake confirmed that he drugged the ex-wife and planted prints so that the police would find her instead of Sake. And the wife, or the ex-wife, is probably still rotting in prison somewhere. Maybe we'll have a little arc of getting this woman out because Lauren knows she's innocent, but I doubt it. Belladonna makes an important point that Lauren should have been able to find out what Sake did. What's interesting is that Lauren didn't, or she didn't care to mention it. Maybe she didn't really try because it wasn't directly connected to her obsession with the train bombing. We know within the last 10 years, Lauren has deduced that Sake knows how to handle the explosives, but never even mentioned how Sake used an innocent woman as his cover-up. I guess you could argue that Lauren didn't really have that much time with Sake when she pinned him against the alley, but I want to say that we know how blindsided and irrational Lauren gets. And this line kind of picks at that behavior of Lauren's. Abel Sandman is still alive. Looks like the driver and the photographer are the same person. Abel has been working for the Phantom Scythe up until 1 year ago. I wonder what happened in that year. Why make the change after 9+ years of following the Phantom Scythe's orders? Maybe Lauren's demotion spurred Sandman to have a change of heart? I don't really know. So we learn about 3 Phantom Scythe members in the car. Tim Sake, Abel Sandman, and Robin Delaney on top of whatever children were in the car. So this somewhat answers our triple lie that we got from Sake at the end of 48 of yes, no, I don't know. Lonix pointed out that Lauren asked people, not children, so the lies that Sake told pertains to everyone in the car. The yes refers to Robin that Sake knows was eliminated, so it would be a lie because Robin is dead. No refers to Sandman because he doesn't know if the driver was eliminated or not. And the I don't know probably refers to the children, who I'm assuming are Kieran and Dylan. Of course, there's no real evidence to back this claim up. I do think that Sake knows what happened to the children. And Sake was definitely telling the truth to Lauren, because Sake doesn't know the driver's name is Abel Sandman, because we only found that out in chapter 54 when Lauren looked through old papers and old documentations in the attic. So who is Robin Delaney? I have absolutely no idea. The name hasn't come up on any documents that I remember. I guess we'll find out eventually. I mean, the Delaney part kind of sparked my interest because we have DL on Kim's stopwatch, but I mean, that doesn't, I don't think that's right. I guess Belladonna plans to watch over Sake as he hunts down Lauren, and then probably take out Sake himself when he finishes this job, so that Belladonna does less work. Since Lauren is listening to Sake, I think it's certain that he has to eliminate Lauren somehow, probably to get some peace. And there's no need for any surprises, since as early as 52 we learned that it's relatively easy to forge identities because of the high number of unidentified corpses in the poorer districts that the Phantom Scythe has access to, so it makes total sense that our driver is still alive. So Sake, Belladonna, Flemings, and Cigar Chick, who we haven't got a name for yet, are all in room 16 for the Camellia meeting. I'm sure that we'll get a lot of spiciness and see if Lauren can actually detect any lies through her listening device next chapter. It looks like I predicted that Kieran would join in on the fun, as we see a shadow, which is most likely him. I think this is a little shorter of a chapter, but I may have just been flying through the panels. I'm not too sure. That's all for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I got some videos outside of chapter discussions in the works. A big character analysis for Kim when chapter 53 becomes public, and a symbols video for when chapter 54 becomes public. So look out for them on these subsequent weeks that those chapters get released. As always, make sure to heart the chapter when you finish reading, and comment to be a part of the community. If you get a chance, subscribe to get access to these reviews every week. My social media can be found by searching Inspirational on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Shout out to my designer. You can find his work on Instagram at JadenV_photography. See you all next time.